I am live. Just gonna be on here for a short time. I'm gonna be back over. What the fuck? Oh hell no! I'm gonna be back up here again after Monday Night Raw, but I just want to come up on here and talk about something real quick. I've touched on it before, and it's kind of got me to RB. It got me to where I gotta address certain things, and this is something that I didn't want to do, because I'm like, at the end of the day, where I'm from, what I represent, I try to limit that to like stuff I did past tense. Old school shit that don't even matter today, right? But the more I've been conversating with other people from where I'm from, hearing their feedback in conjunction with what I already have in my mind or from what I've been seeing, to every time I see somebody from where I'm from either have a podcast, go live, or do interviews on different platforms and stuff. I don't know if this is per se in the trend category, because it's basically going on like up and down California, from Northern California all the way down to Southern California and back up. And I'm only speaking on where I'm from. I can't speak on what goes on in Chicago or Atlanta, New York, or any of these other places. It might be going on in them places too, but I can only speak on where I'm from. And all this stuff that I keep seeing on the internet about biasness of your perspective of how you see things, or because this is my best friend and we do the same thing together, I'm going to highlight that, but I'm going to ignore everything else. I'm not going to incorporate the individuals that actually implanted, made historical changes in their town. Don't sit up there and act like don't sit up there and act like you ain't seen me, or you ain't seen them, or you wasn't over there, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I lost count how many house parties, and if you wasn't at one of them house parties, you was not reputable back in the day. Flat out. That goes for the grown folks. That goes for the teenagers. If you was not at these house parties, if you wasn't going to these clubs and shit like that as a grown up back in them days, you was a nobody. Period. But now cats want to sit here, and because their lifestyle has changed a little bit, or this, that, and the third, now they want to act like shit never even happened. Now you got cats coming up here, you know what I'm saying, trying to discredit somebody else, because, I don't like this person, or, I don't like how they move, or I don't like how they talk, so I'm just going to say they ain't from there, or they ain't never did that, or they ain't never did this. When it's clear and cut and day, man, when it's been stamped, it's been stamped. It doesn't make a difference. But it seems like we got individuals out here that want to cherry pick and throw the bias card on all this shit. And I love where I'm from. Make no mistake about it. But when I see bullshit, and y'all know me long enough, that when I see bullshit, I'm going to speak on it and I'm going to address it. And I know this is going to make some people mad, but you know what? I don't give a fuck if it makes you mad. Because the real ones is going to know. The fake ones is going to get in their feelings. Because they feel as what they did is more important than anything that we did. And anybody siding with that narrative from back from when I came up, it's just feeding the narrative of propaganda bullshit. So I'm going to be doing a live here soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple days. I don't know. It'll be sometime this week. That I can tell you that. Because I'm not going to continue sitting up here and allowing individuals from my town to come out here and propagate some image, some look, some whatever, and just ignore the rest of history as it went down. And for damn sure, the homies that ain't here no more, that was a part of these events that went down, I damn sure am not gonna let y'all just forget about them. Hell no. Cause some of y'all motherfuckers I ain't seen until about 10 years ago. 5 years ago. So I'm saying, don't discredit because you try to feed some fucking narrative to try to make yourself look good. Because it's clear as day. I ain't no big YouTube channel. But shit, when I go live, I ain't sitting there talking to myself either. And this ain't to discredit what they're doing, because what they have done in my town has been good. You know, it's provided something that has been missing for a long time. So that, I'm always, you know what I'm saying? That shit, I'm always going to congratulate. But when you come on this internet and you kick that fucking bullshit, that's when I got to step in. Because even though I don't live out there no more, everywhere I go, the Sevens is in me. Everywhere I go, Fairfield is in me. Everywhere I go, the East Side is in me. Everywhere I go, the Central is in me. Everywhere I go, man. So as long as there's breath in my body, man, motherfucker can't tell me a goddamn thing about where I'm from. And I'm here to correct the history. Yo, what's happening? Yeah, good to see you too. So, yeah, a busy week this week. 2 of the NFL preseason high school. Oh, yeah, we back to football, y'all. High school, college. I can't wait for college. I don't really pay attention too much to high school. You know, I ain't never really did, to be honest with you. You know, sure. I wasn't going to the games to go watch the game shit. We had other things in mind, you know. while everybody was at the games and shit, we was out in the streets. You know. But it would go down at them games too. Yo, what's going on, Muhammad? But yeah, I just have to come on here and say that, you know, just inform y'all what I got coming, because, man, I shit. And I don't really, like, I don't even want to come on here and really get down like that, because, and this is just for me. Everything that we've been through over the years, solidarity has always been the one thing that, you know what I'm saying, regardless of who was beefing with who, when it came right down to it, is about where we from. You know, fuck what who anybody thought about it, anything like that. Is about where we from. And it seems like we've gotten away from that, and we only do it we basically cherry pick the shit. We cherry pick the shit. You know, you got some homies that want to acknowledge some homies, and then don't want to acknowledge the other homies, and it's just, you know, it's just like, come on now. You can't do that. Because I tell you right now, the big homie Pee Wee that passed away a couple years ago. Damn, it's already been, sheesh. A couple years ago, man, half them it wouldn't be a fucking East Side if it wasn't for him. It wouldn't be a Dover Villa if it wasn't for him. And to the man and woman that do well, keep up the good work. But to the morons who try to ruin everything with unnecessary drama, I'm like, facts. Facts. You know, shit. They wouldn't be able to do half the shit they do out there now if it wasn't for people like me. And there's so many other names incorporated with that. You know, and there's a lot of the homies that's not here to speak. So allow me to be that voice. You know, I know the history. I ain't gonna cherry pick it. You know? And my mom being one of them. So, yeah, this is gonna be, man, y'all gonna enjoy this live. Well, of course, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. There's some things that, just don't need to be spoke about. But I'm gonna give y'all enough information to where y'all, like I always say, it's out there. If you talk to the right people, and it shouldn't be like that. It should just be like, well, if you go out there, you just talk to anybody. But no, you really have to talk to the right people. Because if you don't talk to the right people and you talk to somebody else, they're gonna give you some whole other story and shit like that, and then make the shit seem like what you said isn't true. People are good for that. You know, that was one of them things. Like in school, like when we was all younger and shit, and somebody done heard something, you know, about you or whatever, and now all of a sudden it's coming back to you, but the story you're hearing is something completely different than what actually happened. So now there's a whole situation going on. Now you got an issue with this dude, you know, because he thinking that, you know what I'm saying? Or as we all know, there's a girl involved. It's always a female involved. I'd be like, yo, fellas, look, I get it. You know, and I'm not just saying this to the young folks. Sadly, unfortunately, I have to say this to a lot of older folks too. Fellas, I get it. Women are beautiful. They're sexy. They smell good. They got nice figures. Well, not all of them, but you know, get what I'm saying. Nice figures. You know, and you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to do some things. But you see, the one thing we got to remember is patience is a virtue. And why is that? Because if you wait and then get it, you're going to get the whole meal with the dessert, with the waking up in the morning, and she probably in the kitchen whipping up some breakfast for you. But if you just hit it, you might get the breakfast, but that's all you're getting. So why do you just want the breakfast when you can get the whole meal? You can get the, you know what I'm saying? You get the breakfast, you know, then later on you get the dinner. Then you might even get a back rub throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things if you wait, stimulate her mind. Because, look, I know a lot of you guys are out there hard-headed as hell. All right. But stimulating a woman's body is not stimulating the woman. And why do I say that? Because where does the stimulation start from? The brain. You stimulate her brain, that's automatically, them waves is going to go through her body, and she ain't going to do nothing but think about you. She going to want to be around you. She going to want to do things for you. But if you just got the body stimulated, the only thing she going to want to do with you is fuck. That's it. Now, that's cool if that's the type of situation you want, you know, friends with benefits or whatever. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to try to, you know what I'm saying, really want to, you know, like, yo, this guy actually, you know, give it some time. You know? Because if she's into you, she ain't going nowhere. You don't need to smash to keep her. Because if she's into you, she's into you. It's that thing that that they used to say. A woman knows she's gonna fuck you before you know it. She already knows ahead of time. So all you gotta do is just play the part. That's all you gotta do. Because if she's into you, she's into you. She's not gonna be wandering around looking at everything else. Unless she's just that type of female that just want to get dick down every night. You know? Hey, that's her business. That's what she want to do. That's her stuff, you know. But for the fellas, though, you know, and think about this. Especially if you have kids, every action you do, every movement you make, that's going to be somebody, especially if you have a daughter, she's going to go for that individual. If all she sees is you around a bunch of women, she's going to think that she needs to live her life like that. So she's going to deal with the headache while he's messing with her. He's talking to like 2-3 other women, you know. Or if you have a son and he sees you around a bunch of women and all this and all that, he's gonna think it's okay. And now next thing you know, you a granddaddy with like 4 kids. And that's not to say that the daughter might not do that too. But if we're looking at the percentages, you know what I'm saying? Women aren't going anywhere. as much as you know today's picture looks like, women are not going anywhere. So knowing that they're not going anywhere, we ain't got to sit up there and try to bull rush it, you know, because you got to think about this too. If you bull rush it, yeah, she'll, you know, be turned on and everything. Y'all have fun and woo woo woo. But as soon as y'all get done, she gonna be turned off. Because women like to be stimulated mentally before the physical. If you got her in the brain, man, the whole body, man, come on now. When I was younger, a lot of guys didn't understand why I'd be on the phone and be on the phone for a long time talking to females. You know, oh, Jay, why don't you, like, no, I ain't got to do that. Because while you rushing around doing all that, I got a couple on the roster that, yeah, yeah, you know. But you out here just slaying it around, and now you a teenage father and shit, and all this and all that. Like, yeah, you deal with the headache as a teenager on that note. I'm not finna do that, you know. And that's not saying I didn't deal with my own female drama. You know what I'm saying? I did. But the appreciation that I would take the time and learn them and, you know, kind of expose my intellect. Once that brain got going, oh, shit. Game over. Yo, what up, Chaz? Just like Katie thinks about you know she does. Damn, well, I guess this describes to Katie. Oh, what's up, Christopher? Oh, sorry, Jay, really, as much as you want Katie. Oh, shit. You know, I don't know, you know, yeah. I think about her so much, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, because a good conversation with a woman, or even a great conversation with a woman, by the time you guys part, I guarantee you, when she laying in bed and she watching TV or she reading a book or whatever it is, or she might be on the phone talking to one of her friends. Guess who's going to be in that conversation? You. Guess who she gonna be thinking about? You. She might even send you a nice little cute good night text. Who's the first person saying good morning? Her. Who's she doing that to? You. Damn. You know, I used to get that player tag, and I'll just be like, you know, shit, I was single. Call it what you want, but I'm single. I'm not tied down to anybody, you know. So it didn't make a difference. You know, it's simple mathematics. If you good with it, cool. If you ain't good with it, cool. But I ain't changing. We ain't doing that. And some would get in their feelings. You know. Or that famous old question, why are you single? Which my response will always be, I don't know. Because I truly wouldn't know. Y'all was having a good? You see where Milk 74 called out Dub? What, Dub? You talking about the Dub we don't like? Oh, shit. Nah, I don't watch Milk. So what? Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh shit. That boy Milk doing bad. Yeah, they out there playing Hoover tag with Milk. He from Hoover. He not from Hoover. He from Hoover. He not from Hoover. Like, sheesh. Shit, at this point, I mean, shit, I didn't really give a damn anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he from there, he from there. If he not from there, the only thing I've ever seen of Milk is he talked about it. He told a couple stories, but he was never around them. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not a group, not nothing. So they was like, okay, you saying this, but I don't see you around nobody. You don't never go to the hood. So, am I missing something? Now, I didn't do it on here, but when I used to go live on a Facebook, shit, Matter of fact, it might still be in my thing. I'm gonna look for that. Cause I went back to my neighborhood. So with milk, like no hood days, nothing, nada. So it's like, is he really from Hoover? And not just, he grew up over there. Like he got put on, he put in work, this, that, and third. But then you got this situation up here. Like when I seen X-Rated, Lynch, and Bo finally get together, I'm like, this is legendary. But then I look up. But then I look up, and this fool X-Rated done did a whole song with Mozzie. And then Bo turn around and he do a song with Lavish D. With Lavish D. I said, oh shit. Damn it. Man, I wish I had a positive opinion on it. But knowing the history, being out here, yeah, that's I mean, in the long run, if this actually brings South Sacramento together, that's all for the positive. But man, I don't know. That's a generational war right there. I don't know, but not saying it can't happen. The right people will have to. Oh, that's where. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. Dang. Hey, Chaz. Hey, can you put that link in my last community post? Because I'm not going to be able to see it on here until like tomorrow. Oh, thanks. Yo, Leonard, I see you. What's going on with it? Salute. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, the songs are dope. I mean, shit. Bo and Lavish D's is a little bit better. Cause I'm not a Mozzie guy. I ain't never been a Mozzie guy, My family, loved ones, and all that is right there in the garden, so shit ain't nada. See what time it is. Oh. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and end this. King Leo, No Dirt Sheets, will be live in about 15 minutes. So I'm about to go and get myself comfortable, get ready for the show. He covers Monday Night Raw. So anybody that want to come on over there, the channel is No Dirt Sheets. So come on over, join the Heel Chat, come kick it with the Heel Syndicate, have some fun, have a good time, because Monday Night Raw is probably going to be boring again. So, all right. Oh, okay, thanks. And I will see y'all later on tonight as we continue the Clash of the Champions 8 watch along. So I will see y'all then. But for those that will be there in 15 minutes, I will see y'all at No Dirt Sheets for Monday Night Raw. See y'all in a minute. Peace.